There was nothing differently that I could really have done because by that point it was out of my power. It wasn't a bike ride for sure. It was terrifying. And most people just don't understand that.
Reporting on sex crimes is challenging, especially when it involves young victims. The media faces a tough ethical dilemma. Should the victim be named? And what about the person accused of committing the crime? In this video, we'll explore these questions using the case study of Shawn Hornbeck and the ethical decision-making tool known as the Potter Box.
On January 8, 2007, 13-year-old Ben Onby disappeared in Missouri. When he was found days later, police also discovered 15-year-old Shawn Hornbeck, who had been missing for 4 years. Shawn had been kidnapped at age 11, and his rescue made national headlines. But with his return, new questions were raised about the media's role in reporting his story.
It marks 14 years since what's become known as the Missouri Miracle.
Shawn Hornbeck's parents believe their son was molested during his 4-year kidnapping ordeal.
We're joined now by Shawn Hornbeck and his parents, Craig and Pam Akers. Good morning to all of you.
The media's coverage was intense, especially as Shawn shared his experience. But by pushing Shawn to speak about his past, they risked further harm. This raises an important ethical question. How should the media balance the public's right to know with the victim's right to privacy?
Let's apply the Potter Box to Shawn's situation. It has 4 steps. Define the situation, identify the values, consider the ethical principles, and choose loyalties. Define the situation. The media is reporting on Shawn's kidnapping, rescue, and years in captivity. They want to tell a compelling story, but need to decide how much personal information to reveal. Identify the values. There are key values to consider here: privacy, dignity, empathy, and the public's right to know. The media wants to inform the public, but must balance that with respecting Shawn's privacy and emotional well-being.
Consider the ethical principle. Journalists should minimize harm and report honestly. In Shawn's case, they need to ask if sharing detail about his use in captivity helped the public understand or simply invade his privacy. Ethical reporting means respecting Shawn's trauma and avoiding unnecessary harm. Choose loyalties. Journalists must decide between the public curiosity and Shawn's emotional well-being. By focusing on Shawn's recovery and reliance, they can share his story without including details that might cause him further pain or distress.
In cases like Shawn Hornbeck's, the media should be cautious about naming and showing victims, especially minors. Instead of focusing on every detail, the media should emphasize healing and support. Victims should be treated with dignity, and their emotional recovery should come first. Ethical media reporting should always put the victim's privacy and safety above the public's right to know. By applying frameworks like the Potter Box, journalists can make better decisions that respect the well-being of those they report on.